Today for my NBA 2K17 how to use the pick and roll tutorial, I am gonna show you guys one of the deadliest moves you can do within a pick and roll, and I call it the switch screen hezzy escape cross pick and roll attack. And just look at Tony Parker and Pau Gasol executed to perfection right here and what. So make sure you subscribe for over 100 2K17 tutorials. I guarantee I'll help you win and have fun, and also to play my park with me throughout the year in 2K17. So make sure you subscribe for that. And this move, as you can see, is absolutely deadly for teams that are really good with pick and roll handlers and pick and roll screeners. You can see Chris Paul and Blake Griffin is executed to perfection right here. High, low, pump fake, back out to Chris. Bangity, bang, bang, bang. So for those of you who wants to do this move, just make sure you watch my previous dribbling tutorial to learn the setup. Without this setup, you will not be able to execute the switch screen pick and roll attack, so make sure you click the link above. But if you have seen it, let's waste no more time. Let's get into how to execute the switch screen pick and roll to perfection for you today. Now, this is absolutely an elite move, so you must first learn the basic foundation of the pick and roll attack before you can execute this flawlessly. Now here you can see it's a basic pick and roll, so what you're going to do is you're going to tap L1 and then you're going to hold L2 or any position you want. In this case I want the center. He's going to come up for the roll and run the defender into the screen, but that's why it's a basic pick and roll, because it's not really shifting the defense. So here you can see me do a hezzy escape dribble with a bounce pass. Now that is a better pick and roll, but it is still not elite yet. Now here I'm adding in the dribble crossover I showed you the other day, the hezzy escape cross. That's some beautiful stuff. That's why you make sure you want to watch that dribbling tutorial before this. But at the end, those moves simply don't hurt the pick and roll defenders enough. An elite pick and roll defending duo, something like Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, can probably snuff out most of those pick and roll options. That is why you're gonna need my switch screen hezzy escape cross pick and roll move. And for the last time, please, if you haven't watched the last tutorial, watch it. Otherwise, none of this is gonna work and none of this is gonna make sense, because you need to learn the escape cross. So you can check it out here. The pick and roll defenders are simply wrecked by this switch screen pick and roll attack mixed with my escape cross. You can see Tony Parker gets a wide open lane here. Look at Chris Paul and DeAndre again. Good pick and roll defenders in their own right, but getting completely messed up by the multiple change of directions by the screener and the ball handler. Tony Parker is hyped, and so am I. So let's take a look at how to do it in the control. So yes, you tap L1, hold L2, bring the center up, and as he's almost up, you see here he's about to set a screen on my right side. You want to tap R2. So he switches sides. So watch, Maurice Bates is going to set the screen, but he's actually going to switch sides, set another screen. And as he's doing that, you want to do the hezzy escape cross I taught you earlier in the previous tutorial. You do that, the defenders who are guarding the pick and rolls will usually get lost, and you will find openings for rolls and all kind of good offense. Here you can see it again in real time. I'm going to bring Maurice Bates up, tap R2 at the last second, make him switch sides. Hezzy escape cross, easy layup for Jamal Crawford. So once again, tap L1, hold L2, as he's almost up, click R2 to make him switch side. He effectively sets two screen. You're gonna do a hezzy escape cross while he's doing that. Hezzy one way, cross back the other way as he's switching screens too. That is simply too much for the defenders to handle. Watch, Powell's gonna switch side as you hezzy cross and switch side yourself. The pick and roll defenders simply need perfect sync and perfect execution to defenders, and most people don't. This is Hall of Fame difficulty also, and against another user you'll probably get them just as clearly. So we're bringing DeMarcus up, we're going to switch side, we're going to go to him, but this time it forces a switch, so I'm not even going to hunt for the roll. I'm just going to post up Austin Rivers. DeMarcus is a great postman, fade away, green release, swish ball. And if you do the switch screen pick and roll with the hezzy cross nicely, a lot of the times it will suck in the corner defender, go to the corner, Kawhi Leonard, bangity, bang, bang, bang. And remember, this is not just for the pick and roll. You can also do switch screen hezzy escape cross with pick and fades. Actually, if you ask me, I think a fade is even deadlier with this, so you can check it out here. So what you want to do is you want to tap L1, hold triangle this time because DeMarcus is a good fade, so I want to hold him. Now I'm gonna tap R1 first to switch it to fade, and then I'm gonna tap R2 to make him switch to screen side. You see he did it all there. We're gonna do the Hezzy cross back. LaMarcus wide open for the midi. Same thing, LaMarcus, we're gonna tap R1 to switch it to a fade. Tap R2 to make him switch sides, and we're gonna do the Hezzy cross. Yes, there is a lot of button clicks here, but with the right practice, this will be easily executed, just as you see I'm doing it here. Same thing with Blake Griffin, Hezzy cross, and a lot of times if you do the fade switch screen escape cross, you get a lot of jumpers for either the power forward or the guy who can shoot, or your point guard. This is perfect for Chris Paul. Watch Blake switch side, Chris Paul switch sides with the ball, everybody switching side. Chris Paul is wide open for the favorite mid-range shot. This time Tony Parker, LaMarcus is gonna switch side, Tony's gonna switch side with the ball. Easy dump off, high low. And yes, the fade does open more of a pass-friendly attack if you do it correctly. You can see Blake switch sides here with the fade, Chris Paul switch sides with the ball. And we're gonna hit Blake, we're gonna get power in the air, and because they're gonna bring help, we work it back to Chris. So the switch screen pick and fade attack does open a lot of passing opportunities. So this is very good for teams that are, good at passing, like the Spurs or the Clippers, who are blessed with many good passes. And here you can see me just do back-to-back switch screen pick and fades. This is how good this move is. If it doesn't work initially, you can call it again, and it's eventually gonna break the defense. LaMarcus, that's open enough for him, swish ball. And you see, in another instance here, we're gonna go to J-Mall. We're gonna start off with the fade, switch sides. Blake's gonna come, nothing. We're just gonna go to a simple pick and roll. Hezzy escape cross now, cross back, mid-range jumper. Now that's everything I showed you today put together in one possession. Beautiful stuff. Alright, so at this point it's gonna be a subscriber special, Sam Pham McCut. You can just stay tuned for me explaining the full basketball explanation of why I did it this way. So yes, to my subscribers. So you must have saw the previous tutorial already, which was the Hezzy escape cross. That's why I wanted to teach you guys that first, because you see, the switch screen pick and roll here goes hand in hand with the switch screen pick and roll with the Hezzy escape cross, because your screener is switching sides while you're switching sides with the ball. This puts the pick and roll defenders in an impossible situation. They need perfect sync, it's impossible. And I purposely actually chose the Spurs and the Clippers here, because as you guys know, they don't have a stretch 4. So if I can execute a switch screen pick and roll to this detail with a team that doesn't have a lot of spacing for the pick and roll, can you imagine what you would do with someone like Golden State Warriors or like Cleveland Cavaliers, where they have a stretch 4? If you do the switch screen pick and roll with the escape cross that the Hezzy escape cross I showed you guys earlier, with a team that has a stretch 4 like the Rockets, the Cavs, the Warriors, the Hawks, oh my goodness. You guys already know in your mind what that's gonna be like. Alright, so as always, thanks for coming by. Add a like if you want more. I'll be making tons of more tutorials, even more deadly moves coming. Another one that is also related to these two. That's what I'm doing, progression of tutorials, everything related together. Thanks for coming by. I'll see all of you most likely tomorrow. See ya!